Hi guys, bienvenidos to my channel. My name is Efelo Aishola. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always sticking and returning back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification, post, and give this video a thumbs up. In today's video, I will be telling you about how I was able to survive a long distance relationship and give you some tips and some things that we did that actually helped us a lot. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, come on soon. Okay guys, so sometimes back, I think that was sometimes in August or so. I can't actually remember the exact date, but that day I was doing throwback Thursdays. So I started uploading throwback pictures that have been like years, and I stumbled on one picture where um my husband, who was then my boyfriend, was returning back to his base, and it was quite an emotional one in the park. I think I'll put a picture here somewhere you see it. And I asked people on my WhatsApp status that would they love me to share the story about our long distance relationship. And yes, I got a lot of positive comments about it. Everybody wants to know about it, and I even went further as them asking me how we were able to survive, how we were able to cope through it, what were the things that we did that helped us to this point. So yes, I decided that, okay, you know what, it's our time. I tell you the story. Okay, all right. Okay, guys. So before I go on, I really want to make an apology for not releasing a video last week. That was due to many things that I cannot really explain right now, but trust me to give you all the gist when the time is ripe. And thanks to every one of you that reach out to me through Instagram, WhatsApp, text messages. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I promise that by the grace of God, that will not happen again. Hopefully. All right, okay, so let's go back to our gist. So I think when we did our anniversary, we talked about the fact that we courted for 10 years, and the 10 years was long distance. Like, we're actually doing long distance relationship. And yes, that raised a lot of interest, a lot of eyebrows, that people want to know how did we do it? I mean, 10 years, that's not beans, right? And things like that. And trust me, that's a different video entirely. We're talking about it. But today, basically, is giving you the tips that is going to help you survive long distance relationship. At least the ones that I know helped us to this point where we're now together, and there's nothing like long distance. You understand? Yeah. So what was the story behind that picture? Well, when we started cuttings, he was still in Kwara State at that time. It's just that it was in a different town and I'm in Ilorin, but we're still in same state, you understand? So it usually come around like once in a month, and then we talk and things like that. I mean, that time, yeah, I still did not know what I was getting myself into. I just felt like, okay, seeing him once in a month is okay, you understand? And I was fine with it. And all of a sudden, 2015, he finished from school and he got the leading of the Holy Spirit to come to Abuja. So I felt like that was that point where um, I felt like, okay, we're really going into the long distance, because right now we're no longer in the same state. So yes, I say yes. Hey. So yes, he came to Abuja and it started. And trust me, for the first year that I went to Abuja, that was the first time that we could not see ourselves for a year and 6 months. Guys, a year, like 12 months plus another 6 months. That's what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 10 months. Yeah, we could not see ourselves for in 10 months. And trust me, I feel like that was when I really know that you see this long distance something, it's not a beans, you, oh my jeez, it's not a small child play. Because I feel like I was doing fine when I was seeing him once in a month, but now I could not see him. Like, it's not even coming around. There was no plan. Of course, it wasn't as if he planned it, but some things happened around that time, coming to a new city, trying to find your feet. Uncle was hustling, you understand? So yeah, he could not calm down, and it was just really tough for that 1 year, 6 months. After a year and 6 months, he was able to find his way to Ilorin. I think he stayed for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, I think he stayed for almost 2 weeks. And I think this is the point where I'm going to insert a video. I didn't even know I took a video around that time, but definitely I'll insert that video and you can just see how we looked then. And we thank God that we're not fine now. He's checking out SS luggage. When I'm beside him, he's checking out SS luggage. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's my mommy that did not allow me to have big one too. But
and they were pump.
Sure, you heard what he said. It was to pump it. Best pumper of the year. Yeah, come on.
You want to? I'm not kissing. That's an abomination. It's not written in the Bible.
Our old prophet.
The Bible says, "Thou shalt not kiss." I won't define myself. No, I refuse to do that.
Please, I'm looking for anybody that wants to kiss her. I'm kiss
Eh,
deprived.
the the Bible said in Song of Solomon chapter 2 verse 7, it said, "Do not
That
awaken
awaken love
love."
before it's time. Imagine who doesn't know that part. Please let me beg him not to go back. So stay around. Because if we go back now, only God knows now. Start fighting again. You will not reply my message on time. You will not tell me you miss me. Okay, guys. So that was that about that video. Yeah. So then we took the picture the next day that he was going back to Abuja, and it was just so much for me at the park because I felt like I do not know when else I was going to see him. I felt just a lot of things going on at that time, uncertainties. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull through with our relationship, and there was just a lot that was going on. So yeah, it went back, and no, it didn't stay again for a year plus before coming home. I mean, it comes around like every opportunity that is able to get, but not like, I mean, it still takes up to like 4 to 5 months before it usually comes down. Then before I now finally joined him in Abuja for my service, and voila, we're here married. Now, okay, that's that about that gist. And yeah, I mean, doing the long distance for 10 good years, you can say I'm a pro in it. All right. I understood it with experience and everything. So yeah, these tips that I will be sharing with you are tips that I know helped us to this point. I mean, the ring is on the finger and we're together today. So yeah, I can actually say they were proven and tested tips that can help you if you are staying in a long distance relationship. Now, the first thing I would say is to have a positive mindset towards your relationship. Have a positive mindset that, you know what, this relationship is definitely going to work, because a lot of people believe that long distance relationship cannot survive the test of time. They believe that at the end of the day, one party or the other might have to, like, fall off, probably due to different things, emotional wreck, different, name it, that could probably happen. And during that point, when you see people going into long distance relationship, you only see them having two minds. You understand? They're always like, oh, okay, if it works, if it doesn't work, it's fine by me, okay? But for us, I felt like we have that positive mindset at first, that, you know what, come what may, we are sticking to this relationship. We're going to make it work no matter what. Whatever you go to Chinkafa, whatever it is. Chinkafa, is that not food? Go to wherever state you want to go to, but we'll definitely make this work. So yes, when you have a positive mindset, when you are definitely sure what you're going after, and you're sure of the fact that, okay, you know what, we're definitely going to make this work, even though everybody think long distance cannot work, you're deceiving yourself. I mean, I had a lot of helpful when I was in school, especially when I got into university. Like, I had a lot from even people that I called friends. You understand? People that felt I was just wasting my time. I did not know what he's doing over there in Abuja and things like that. But then the fact that I had a mindset, I knew what I was working towards, and I knew that, you know what, we've both made up our minds that we're definitely going to make this work. Yes, it was rocky. Oh my jeez, was it easy? It wasn't. Like, we had this rocky relationship, and yeah, definitely that's different video for another day. I'm going to tell you how it went. But yeah, that's number one thing, have a positive mindset. Then number two thing, you need to trust each other. Okay, just before I started this video, I was chatting, I was having a conversation with my husband, and he was saying that it's better for you to tell somebody that you trust them than you saying you love them, because you cannot love a person you do not trust. So yes, that's another point. Trust yourself. See, I understand the fact that this thing can be so tricky. You're in different states, you don't know what is going on, you have different itineraries. I mean, I was in school, it was working. Sometimes I had lectures from um 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes it's at work. We were unable to, send text messages. Him replying at time was taking longer time before he would get home. Sometimes I might have slept off. Sometimes I might not class. Like, there was a lot that was coming in, but then we trust each other that we're not going to betray ourselves. We trust each other that even if he's not picking my call at this point, it means he's doing something important. Even though he's not picking my calls at this point, that means he's kind of busy. He's hooked up somewhere. Oh, probably she's in class or something, and something like that. And that will lead me to my third point, which is for you guys to communicate. See, all this English we are saying, positive minded, this and that. If communication is not solid, if you guys do not communicate very well, every other thing will just crumble. You need to communicate as like just make sure you communicate, okay? Because the other person is not there physically. So the only way you can carry them along is for you to actually let them know what is going on. You're going to class, let him know you're on your way to class, let him know your timetable. I remember then that my husband, who was then my boyfriend, had my timetable with him. He knew what my class schedule were. He knew the days of my fellowships. He knew when I was going to radio station to freelance. Like, he kind of knew my schedule, you understand? And I also knew his schedule. I knew when he's at work. I knew when it's time for his Bible study. I knew when it's time for follow-up. Like, I knew whatever it is that I was doing. So if he's unable to pick my call at a certain time, all I had to do was just to like recheck. Oh, okay, it might probably be here or it might probably be there. You understand? But if you do not communicate, how does he want to know? And another thing is, some people will say out of sight is out of mind. I do not think that is applicable to long distance relationship. I feel like absence make the heart grows fonder in long distance relationship, you understand? But then if the person's physically absence is not being filled by you sending, romantic text messages, messages that communicate to the person that you misses them. I mean, you telling your partner you miss them in a long distance relationship should not even be something you need to debate about at all. Because of course you should, right? Or you don't miss them. You should, because you're not seeing them. Okay, so then communicate, send out messages, romantic messages. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you're missing them. Let them know that you care about them. You understand things you can't wait to do with them. Oh, I can't wait to hold your hands and go on a walk together. I can't wait for us to do a prayer walk together. Just make them feel the moment at which you are, so that they'll be able to know that this person also misses me. You understand? Call yourselves. Like, I remember one thing that really helped us, that we had this there was this time Glow was doing this CUG line, where all you have to do is get a SIM card for the both of you, and then I think we recharge 500. Yeah, we recharge 500 per month. Yeah, we recharge 500 per month, and then you talk unlimited, like unlimited. And I felt that really really helped us, because I know a lot of times we actually sleep on call. You understand? Like, it talks me to sleep, but most of the time I'm always the one talking him to sleep. I'm not going to go there today, okay? But you shall get the gist. We talk almost all the time. He can be on call with me while I dress up, go to work, go to class rather, and even go to work when I was freelancing in a radio station. Like, we just had that unlimited time for us to be able to talk. And trust me, that's amazing. You understand? So I don't know if they still do the CUG thing right now, but you can opt for a bundle package that has an unlimited time that you can call, text message, and things like that. And make sure you communicate at all times. Make sure that they just know what is going on, okay? So that you're not going to breed what is not there. You understand? He's calling you several times, you didn't pick and you did not return the call. And the next time he calls you, he asks why you're not picking his call. And there's no genuine reason as to why you did not pick the call and return the call back. I mean, we're humans, right? There's a way you start to breed some things that are actually not healthy for your long distance relationship, all right? Now, another thing I would say is that try to hang out as time permits, okay? Whenever he's around, try to do whatever it is that you always want to do when he's not around. Now, this is what I'm talking about. For me, I'm somebody that loves to hang out a lot. Like, I can carry myself out. Like, I will dress up and I'll be my own date and I'll carry myself out. Now, when I started courting my husband, and I noticed that, okay, I enjoy his company more. So there are things that I would want to do that I know that I could have done on my own. Like, I could have easily dressed up and go out the way I usually do. But then I'll just decide to pin it down. Okay, when you come around, I want us to watch a movie. I want us to go swimming. I want us to go to the stadium. I want to, things like that. I feel like activities are going to bring us together. Okay, so when your partner comes around, or whenever he's around, we go to see movies, we go to gardens, we just try to make ample time, like whatever little time that he has. Rain, go away. Whatever ample time that he has, we always try to make and maximize it, okay? So whatever time that you have, even if all you can do is spare you like a month in the whole year, make sure that month is full of activities that you can build memories together, okay? Things that you can easily talk about even when he has returned or when she has returned. You understand? You can gist about it, the movie you saw, things like that. And I feel like that's why my husband is like my best ufufo paddy. What's the English of ufufo? gossip partner, you understand? Yeah, because I mean, when we hang out, everything that I know I wanted to do with my girls, I got to do it with him, you understand? We talk about people's sizes. I mean, we're not body shaming, right? But then we just try to make fun of everything that we found around us, just to build memories, just so that we can talk, so that we can reminisce about it even when you have gone back and stuff like that. So yes, whatever time that you have, even if all you can afford during the time is 3 hours, 2 hours, or a day, make sure that day is filled of activities that the both of you love to do, building memories together. Trust me, you're definitely going to need those times when he returns back or when she returns back. Now, another thing I want to say is take pictures. People of God, take pictures as often as you can. As long as the opportunity presents himself, yeah, picture, yeah. So, but because you will definitely need it at one point or the other. Now, for me, I didn't get to know about this on time, and that was because I was battling inferiority complex. You can check out the gist. I'm going to put the link somewhere here. And so, taking pictures was not something I wanted. But at the end of the day, when I started to see the importance of pictures, because I mean, I know we watch this thing in movie where they hold pictures and cry to sleep, where I do not have a hard copy, but then you flipping through your phones and looking at your partner pictures, it kind of bring back memories of where you were then. You understand? And then be able to talk about it. Now, this video is as a result of one of the pictures we took. And trust me, it brought about a lot of memories that were beautiful to us. Memories that we kind of owe there, you understand? So any opportunity you get, take a picture, take a snap. If you don't have the time to go to the studio, I mean, the world is now so easy. You can use your smartphone, take selfie, let him take you a picture. Just make sure you take enough pictures because you're building memories. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and the reason why I did not put this thing in number one thing, is so that you not be like, hey, yeah, we'll pass up one day. But the thing is, it's very, very important, and that is for you to pray together. See, they said partners, couples that pray together, stays together, and they slay together and stay strong together, all right? So when you pray together, there's a way it brings you together. Not only physically, it brings your spirit together, it brings your soul together, and there's just a way you connect, you understand? We always have a time we picked in the week to pray. I mean, then we were always doing our fasting every Wednesdays. Am I correct, babe? Yeah, every Wednesdays we have our fasting. Every Fridays we have our fasting. And while we break, we try to call ourselves. If there are some times that I'm probably in class or is at work or something, we just know that when it is 3 o'clock or when it is 6 o'clock, depending on our strength, we are praying. So the fact that even if we are not on call praying together, I know he is praying where he is, and I'm praying when I'm at, and somehow we're able to connect our spirit together, and we're able to connect our faith together. And trust me, there's this, you cannot just describe it. There's just a feeling, there's a connection that attach the both of you together. And of course, we pray on phone, you understand? We talk on phone, pray on phone. See, phone nowadays is so powerful, depending on how you want to use it. Okay, we pray on phone for hours, we worship together. He plays, like, I remember the time that like he played music on his laptop and then he just put the phone down, and I'm listening to it while I'm studying. I'm listening to it while I'm reading my Bible. I'm listening to it while we're praying, you understand? So whatever thing you can leverage on, please. Right now, everything is now easy. There's FaceTime, video call, Zoom, what else? Google Meet, whatever it is that can bring you guys together. But please, never underestimate the place of prayer. There's a way it brings you together, because even if you are fighting, you shall know that when it is Tuesday, we have to pray. And the Bible said that if you are having issues with one partner, go and settle it before you come to the place of prayer. You understand? So it kind of brings you together to quickly end your fight, end the quarrel, whatever misunderstanding you have, and then come together that you guys can now, cling together. You understand? Now, another thing I remember when I was talking is the fact that share every milestone with each other. Don't say because he's not there physically, then you cannot tell him. See, I used to say that, apart from the fact that, okay, he's my boyfriend, my husband is like my number one news sharer. If I have any gist today, like, I don't care where I am, I don't care, like, I do not even want to get home. I quickly put a call through and I tell him, babe, guess what? This is that. And we talk about it, okay? Down to whatever it is. See, there's nothing is too small to share with your partner. There's sometimes I'm going to be at a cafe, probably I go to get meat pie or something, and I see something that's funny, and I legitimately put a call through, and I'm trying to explain to him what happened. Okay, share everything with yourself. Do not just think, oh, because he's not there physically, then I can't tell him this. Say, who says so? Describe it, snap pictures. See, I cannot count how many pictures that I usually snap to him, down to we share like, okay, I got a new top. And that is why sometimes if I wear a new top, my boyfriend knows, who is now my husband, you understand, because I share everything with him. Going to the market, take a picture, do a video call, this is what you're about getting. There's a way it brings you guys together. What happened? You checked your results, shared with him. Get a new position at school or at fellowship, you're elected as somebody, shared with him. Nothing is too small. Don't consider anything too mundane or too trivial and say, no, I cannot share this with him. He doesn't know to know about this. But when he comes around, I will tell him, babe, that small thing that you think it's small is something that they really appreciate, all right? So share everything with them. Share every milestone with them. Whatever gist, whatever for be it good, be it bad, whatever happened. I can't count how many times I call my husband to just cry on the phone. Probably I'm just tired of lectures. I'm reading, I'm not assimilating. I call him, I tell him, okay, this is not, there are even times that I wake up in the midnight and I have nightmares, and I call him and I relate the dreams to him, and he kind of trying to calm me and everything. And yes, it might not be like, hey, let him be there physically, but at the same time, there's a way you are connecting at times. So do not forget that. Share every milestone with him. Still see your long distance relationship partner as still your number one. They are still the closest. They are still the closest to you, despite the person that you're working together. All right, so always have that in mind. Okay, guys, I know those are the 7 surviving tips that help us through a long distance relationship, and trust me, long distance relationship is not easy. I'm definitely going to tell you the truth. It's not easy. There are days that you're definitely going to have a lot of meltdown. There are days that you just feel like you just feel like hugging. Okay, you need that warm hug, that assurance that is still there. And sadly, he could not reach out to you at that point. It can be weighing down, and there are times when you just want to feel him there physically, and he's not there. And I know how stressing long distance relationship is. It can be stressful in every ramification, but if you are very, very determined and you have a positive mindset that you're going to make this work, trust me, you guys will just be saying that you're scaling through every day. So guys, yes, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain today. And yes, we are done. And I hope if you watch this point, definitely you subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you will be alerted anytime I drop any video. Like, you'll be the first to know. So thank you so much for sticking to this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Pasco said that you do. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Know what I was working towards what's that? I knew, okay, but let him or her